Hi everyone, I am going to wait for a few moments to make sure everyone's had a chance to see the notification and log in before we dive into today's topic. Okay. Just wait a little bit longer. All right, I'm just going to dive in and hopefully a few more people are able to connect along the way. Hi everyone, my name is Nim Golkar. Welcome to Sunday Chats with Nim, which is my weekly Facebook live show where I discuss topics to help you get ahead, both in your personal and professional lives. Facebook Live Sunday Chats with Nim I've been doing since mid-2018, so it's been quite the journey. And thank you to all the regulars who usually spare 15 to 20 minutes of their Sunday afternoon to come and join me in these sessions. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, and I'm hoping that many of you find it helpful. It's about the importance of speaking up in meetings. And I am going to read from one of the chapters in the fourth book that I've written, which is Success Cafe. So I've got that chapter open and I'm going to read from my book some important points which I hope you'll find helpful. Now, in your career, are you finding that you've come to a standstill, that you just don't seem to be moving ahead? You seem to be overlooked for promotions or for leadership roles. Are you finding perhaps that people who are less talented than you are, less experienced, less skilled, are still able to race ahead and get the promotions that you believe are yours? If that's happening, chances are you are not very visible in the workplace. In fact, you're in danger of being invisible. A lot of people truly believe that because they do such great work, because they know their subject matter, they're expecting their work to speak for itself. Trust me, your work will not speak for itself. And even if it does, it will only up to a certain point. It needs an extra push, an extra voice. For you to be considered for leadership roles, you really and truly need to start speaking up in meetings, which is the best way to boost your visibility in your career. Now, why are so many people scared of speaking up in meetings? Well, there are several reasons, but I'm going to share with you some of the most common reasons why people hesitate to speak up in meetings. And let's see if you identify and relate to any of those reasons. The first reason why people don't speak up is the fear of sounding foolish and the fear of being judged. Another very common reason is the fear of saying the wrong thing. Then there's, of course, fear of not looking as smart as everyone else in the room. Now, no matter what the reason is, today I want to share with you some quick and simple strategies to reduce the anxiety that you feel before speaking up in meetings. If you're not confident about expressing your own perspective or original opinion, here's what you could do instead. Try validating a colleague's viewpoint. For example, Let's say if a person called Jane has just spoken up in a meeting, and let's say she's expressed her opinion, what you could do is validate or endorse what she has said. So you could say something along the lines of, I agree with what Jane has just said. But after doing that, there's one other important step that you must not miss. Once you've endorsed someone's point of view, it's important for you to elaborate in your own words and explain your reasons for agreeing with the person who has just spoken. Because that shows that you have the capacity to think independently and form clear opinions. So that's the first strategy. The second strategy is try and speak up in the first 5 to 10 minutes of a meeting. Why is that? Because the longer you wait, the more nervous you will become. The more nervous you will become, you will freeze and you will end up saying nothing. So try and speak up in the first 5 to 10 minutes. The third strategy is resist the temptation to start mentally rehearsing your response while the other person is still speaking. Why must you not do that? Because you'll miss out on important information that is being conveyed. And many errors are the result of poor listening skills. Okay? So this is something I've noticed a lot of people do, which is why they're also considered to be ineffective or poor communicators. While someone else is talking, we start rehearsing in our minds what we're going to say when that person finally stops speaking. The problem with this is that we often end up missing on bits and pieces that are crucial. We respond with something that is inaccurate, and we make our reputation of being a poor communicator even worse. All right, and the fourth strategy I want to say is if you do say the wrong thing, chances are that someone in the meeting will point it out and correct you. That's not such a bad thing because it means that you've learned something new. So here's the thing. Most people I meet, when I ask them, why are you so reluctant to speak up in meetings? The most common thing they come up with is, I do not want to be seen as being foolish. I don't want to be judged. This obsession with being judged is actually stopping you from growing, evolving, learning new things. Because if you don't speak up, chances are you'll go through the rest of your life with a flawed opinion. You might as well try putting it forward and allow someone to correct you so that for the rest of your life, at least you go forward with something that is more accurate. In my career over the last 27 years that I've been in Australia, trust me, the reason I've been able to grow, evolve, and succeed in the things I take up is because I made a deliberate decision a long time ago to not be afraid of judgment, to not be afraid of ridicule. Of course, at points in my career and my life, people might have talked about me behind my back or ridiculed me or laughed about a question, an opinion I might have put forward in a meeting. It doesn't matter because I was always eager to learn. Even if someone laughed, I would always make it a point to go to the person after the meeting and to find out if there was a reason they had that response. And very often they tell me what it was that I might have said that was inaccurate or incorrect. Guess who was the winner as a result of that interaction? Me, of course, because I learned something new. So if you want to go ahead in life, if you want to succeed, you might as well park aside your fear of judgment. Because I'm sure you'll agree, my friends, that whether you do option A or you do option B, whether you go down this path or you go down that path, those who judge will judge. You can't escape them. You can't stop living your life. You can't stop growing because of these people. All right, so let's do a quick summary of how you can start speaking up in meetings from tomorrow itself. Firstly, if you don't have the courage or you're not yet comfortable in expressing an original opinion of yours, just wait till someone a little more confident in the meeting puts forward an opinion. If you agree with that opinion, speak up, endorse, validate their opinion by saying, I agree with what Jane has just said, or I agree with what John has just spoken. Don't stop there. Go on to explain, elaborate in which part of what they said you agree, because that shows your ability to think and come up with original ideas. Try to speak up in the first 5 to 10 minutes of a meeting, because the longer you wait, the more nervous you're going to become. Do not rehearse your response in your mind while other people are talking, because you will miss crucial bits of information and you will end up sounding uninformed, which is far worse. And lastly, if you do say the wrong thing, someone will correct you. So don't let the fear of saying the wrong thing stop you from speaking up. I'll just say some quick highs. Hi, Bernadette. Bernadette joined a bit late. All good, Bernadette. I don't think you missed much. This is a very short session. I just wanted to talk about the importance of speaking up in meetings. Hi, Harita. How are you? And hi, Pooja. You're very, very welcome. Who else? Have I missed anyone else? Tanima Banerjee. Wonderful and useful information. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Tanima. So yes, if you are, any of you watching, if you are people who hesitate to speak up at meetings, trust me, that is holding you back from getting leadership roles in the company. That's holding you back from moving ahead in your company. You need to start becoming more visible in the workplace. You need the movers and shakers in the company to notice you. And the best way to boost your visibility is to start speaking up in meetings. All right, so you can start doing that as of tomorrow itself. You may be very, very bad at the beginning. We all are when we are first learning a new skill, but with practice, you're only going to get better. Trust me, because I've been there, done that, and learned it the hard way. Alrighty, so that's it from me for today. Have a fabulous week ahead. Go ahead and embrace opportunities to speak up and become more visible. That's it from me. Take care. Bye.